Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Inside Spurs channel and a video that I was praying that I'd make, and I do get to make it. Happy Friday evening to you all, but we are talking the breaking news and the official breaking news that you're allowed to now be excited. You're allowed to drop your guard and not be worried about Chelsea. Javi Simmons to Tottenham is official. He signed the contract. It's all done. All the media is going out there as we speak. It is all done. It is on the Tottenham website as well. We're going to be talking a little bit about some injury updates as well as on Dragusin. Some good news there. We're talking about a little bit of Xavi Bissouma news on his injury front. Talking about Manuel Akanji, a little bit of interest from Tottenham out there, which I believe also we do just have some breaking news on Manuel Akanji, but you're going to have to wait for it because tough. I said so. Even Spurs and Graham and Sonia and Ray, how are we all? Let's jump in and talk. Let's get in and talk about old Javi Simmons. It was a worry, wasn't it? Chelsea going to get in there? Chelsea going to do that? But you know what? He's not going to be, because he is going to be Tottenham's new number 7. I don't think that's shocking to anyone that he took the number 7 shirt. I expected it. I predicted it this morning that he would end up being the new number 7 for Tottenham. And it's something that we desperately need a player like Javi Simmons, a creative player, you know, quite a direct player. You know, he'll try some things, he'll make you go insane. You know, I talk about, you know, Savinho or Kudus, where they're going to try some things that's going to make you go a little bit insane. But this is a guy whose floor is still quite high, but his upward ability is so much better than every other attacker that we've been linked to this summer. And that's how I genuinely feel about him. This, for me, is leaps and bounds our best signing of the summer. But we've got some quotes coming out surrounding Javi Simmons. Let's talk about it, because he has been speaking. He said, "I'm really happy and I can't wait to get going. I've been dreaming of this for a long time. It's a great club. And when I met the head coach, I knew straight away this was the right place for me. I will bring flair to the team, but also hard work and discipline. I want to do everything I can to win for the team and also for the fans." Thomas Frank has been talking. He said, "I'm really pleased we've brought Xavi in. He's a great addition to the squad. He's still young. However, he already has good experience and, over the past few years, has played a lot of games at the top level. Xavi has proven his ability to get goals and assists, both from the number 10 position and left wing. He also has a great eye for his teammates in terms of unlocking defences, and I know he will come in and be a part of a good team that's already working hard together." Yeah, fantastic. And, you know, I love these quotes. I love it all. You know, it feels a little bit match made in heaven in a way. And he is a guy who's going to get you off your seat. He is creative. He's full of flair. He's going to try some really crazy things, like I said, and sometimes it's going to drive you insane. But it's also going to wow you, some of the things that he can do. A great attacking threat, like I said, a player that we truly, truly need. To give you an understanding as to where we are with Javi Simmons, you know, it's Twitter. These are the days that you actually want to be on Twitter. People are just happy. People are just happy, and I love that. He's really into anime, so him and Solanke should get on really, really well. And I tell you what, I got an update on it. I tell you what, if you're a striker right now, you are looking at it going, Jesus, I just need to be in the box. I'm going to get opportunities. So there's that. An update on the situation in terms of his availability for tomorrow. He will not be able to play tomorrow. He was signed after the deadline to play, but he also had to work for a work permit anyway, so there was no real rush in that regard. He'll be at the game, though, and he will be introduced to the fans on the pitch. So, yes, will not be able to play tomorrow. He will be seen, though, and at halftime, he will come out onto the pitch, no doubt, to get one hell of a ovation. How do we all feel? How do we all feel? A very good, happy Friday evening. Absolutely, Sonia. Graham says we can be excited now. Hansi says, perfect. I wanted Eze, but this guy is a gun. Coys. Daniel says proper quality signing. Graham says, I'm greedy for more new signings. This was worth the wait. What a statement signing. Yeah, I completely agree. This is a proper statement signing. Um, it's one of those things now where I'm not going to be the guy who sort of sits there and goes, oh, "What next? What's coming next? What do we do next?" For me, my attitude is, how is he going to impact this team? How is he going to help this team? How is he going to settle in with this team? Now, obviously, there's a bit of an international break coming up. Bit gutting that we won't see him before the international break. But when you sort of look at Tottenham's fixtures post the international break, the next three after the international break are West Ham away, Brighton away, and Wolves at home. So, look, some good games coming up. We get him in and settled ahead of a run of fixtures with Chelsea at home, Man United at home, Arsenal away, Newcastle away, all in the space of a month. He's going to be in, settled, and raring to go. So that's a little bit of good news on that front. He's going to play a little bit on the left from time to time. That's my guess. And Thomas Frank said that in his quotes. For me, he is more central based. He's more central based. I think that's where he's going to have his biggest impact, and he's going to have his most of his threats. Like I said, a very direct runner will take players on. Okay, I know some Spurs fans pine for the days of players taking players on. He will suit everyone. He will suit everyone. We always think about Rafa van der Vaart, and that was a long time ago that Rafa was Spurs bound, and the comparisons are there. Yes, he's Dutch, and yes, he plays in the 10, but the style of play, the player that he is. I mean, big goals, big games. I mean, England in the last major tournament scores the opening goal in the semi-final. It's an absolutely unreal goal, and it's just, I just can't get my head around it. He's ours. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. And this is a statement signing. Okay, it fits the bill for what Spurs are looking for, younger but with experience. They fit that bill. They also, though, fits the bill when it comes to everything that a fan could want. And look, I can't wait to actually see him play. I know it's going to be a few weeks, and yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at something. It's going to be a few weeks. It would have to be patient. It's like a kid at Christmas. Christmas is around the corner, but you've got to be patient before you can open your presents. This is one of those. And look, Bournemouth tomorrow. I can't wait for it. I said in my previous video this morning, which please go check it out. There's loads of updates on other players that we're linked to at the moment, and Spurs are very, very much active. This, I don't think, will be the last signing we make this summer. Vuskovic has gone out on loan. You're expecting a centre-back. There is still chatter around attackers. I've talked about Savinho. I've talked about Lookman. There's more. Please check out the video from earlier. But in regard to this now for Spurs, you're signing Kudus. You signed Simmons. You spent some good money on both those guys. There is still more to do. Okay. I'm still excited, and I'm pumped for the game tomorrow. That's no denying it. I cannot wait for 3 p.m. Actually, I can't wait for 1:45. I like to see the team news. It gets me excited. It gets me pumped for Spurs football. Because at 1:30, I'm just not even thinking about Spurs. 1:45 hits. I'm like, refresh Twitter, refresh Twitter, refresh Twitter. I'm like, give me the team news. I'm looking forward to it now. It feels like Thomas is getting his guys. It feels like they're actually trying for him, and that's massive. Like I said, there's still more to do, but you think they've given him, Kudus, they've given him Simmons, they've given him Paulinho. There's a centre back issue there. There's a left wing, query to have and whatnot. But do you know what? Why not? Why not? You know what I mean? So, yeah, a little bit of good news on that front. Obviously, we're going to come and talk a little bit about a little bit about some of the other links that we've got. Let's see what some other of you have been thinking. Have you seen the video where he says Tottenham called and asked and he's doing the phone celebration? It's, mate, the media team, I cannot stress enough. I tweeted this out. The media team have been fantastic this summer with posting. The quality of posting, they've improved so much. There must be someone else helping them run it or someone else working the team because they've been brilliant. If we get a left wing, our forwards are looking so much better. Wish we were playing us right after the international break. Yeah, I'll be good. We need left wing in now, but the prob is that Tell and Odebear here. Okay. Him sitting down wearing the black top and the look on his face, I bet he's thinking I can't get lower than this. What are you talking about, Chief? Is Akanji left-footed? No, he is right-footed. But we're not talking about Akanji just yet. I want to talk about a little bit of the injury updates because we do have a couple. And we do have a couple. And I'm shocked by one of them. I cannot stress enough. I am shocked by one of them. I want to talk about Dragusin because Thomas Frank was talking about him. And he says, Dragusin is on the way back and he's been running for a while. I think he should join the team in a week's time, 10 days' time. And I think that's the thing. So that's positive. But of course, it's an ACL. I'm always a little bit more, not worried, but just aware that it takes time. When you've been out of football for 9 months, you know you need to get in. It's not enough to have a 6-week preseason. You need to take a little bit more time. It's positive and some surprise and come back quicker, of course. I cannot stress enough, before I talk about Bissouma, I cannot stress enough, if you've not ever done your ACL, he did it in the middle of January or something like that, wasn't it? We are the start of September. He has come back in the space of about 8 months from injury, a big injury. You know, you're touted 9 months onwards. He's done it in 8. And he's been running for a while, which means he's probably actually come back quicker than we would think there as well. But again, he's back. And I know some people maybe aren't the biggest Dragusin fans, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and say that you should or shouldn't be. But what I am going to say is it's better to have him than not. So firstly, for the man himself, super happy for Radu that his recovery went as well as it did. And the fact that he's getting back to a level of fitness he's happy with. We still need to be patient with him, even when he is back into playing some minutes here and there, because guess what? It's an ACL injury. If you expect this guy to come back and play at his top level straight away, you're bonkers, okay? Again, done the ACL, haven't really truly ever recovered. He's done it in 8 months. That is a absolute like medical marvel, magical thing that it has happened. So really good news on that. Drags you back with 10 to sit, Gibbo. What time Spurs fan, Europa League champions, Thomas Frank charge, decent Champions League draw, quality signs that improve the first team. Yeah, I mean, can't complain, can you? At least playing wet spam after the international break. Kudus back in the London Stadium, and then by then Xavi be able to play. East Australia is a full 1 year injury. Don't come back too fast. 8 months is crazy. Yeah, it's a 1 year situation to do it in 8 months and to have been running, let's say, after 7 months. Fair bloody play. Like I said, that is magic that he's happened there. On Bissouma, he said, I think with Bissouma, one thing for sure, he's out for the next game. And then the specific timeline, I'm a little bit in doubt because I don't think it will be that long. So that's good news as well for Eve. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see really on his side of things. I'm just reading more and more about Javi Simmons. Oh, it's just unreal. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely unreal. Good stuff. Great stuff. Let's talk a little bit of Manuel Akanji. Now, on Manuel Akanji, this was a bit of a weird one. Let me bring it up. Because 6 hours ago, it was actually not long after I went live, Milano put out an exclusive that Tottenham make an approach with Man City for Manuel Akanji, one of the 3 names on a shortlist. AC Milan are also in talks for over the defender. Ready to pay £15 million fee, but still in talks over personal terms. Both Spurs and Milan want the centre-back. To add to that, where is it? 17 minutes ago. I understand AC Milan have made an initial verbal proposal for Manuel Akanji to Man City. Fee of around 15 million euros plus add-ons. No issue on club side as City open to sale. Milan are also talking to Akanji's agents, same as Tottenham, also interested and in contact. Now obviously with the situation there, Spurs are obviously going to be still active. Still active in terms of player movements this summer. Akanji, I think, is a good player. I don't mind him. I think obviously athletic, good with the ball, physical. Prem proven always helps, never hurts, obviously. So I don't mind the deal. Obviously, look, I know it would be probably better if we could get a left back, left centre back. But then they still might view Spence as the left back. That will help a doggy. And then they look at the right back. I've always said it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a left back as such. It could just be another right back. So look, we'll wait and see on that one. I think there'll be other centre backs come out on this list. I think we'll know maybe a little bit more tonight, potentially. If not, it'll probably be Sunday that I feel like we'll know more post Saturday kickoff. I think we'll know more on the Sunday. And let's sort of see. I think there's supposedly 3 centre backs on this. I believe as well, from what I've read earlier, the centre back position, it's going to be the more likelier of the next move. So they still may go attack, but I'm just saying the centre back feels like the next one for them. And look, you still got the main two. You still got Big Kev Danso. Dragusin's probably back after the international break, maybe a bit more of a training situation where he's probably back in October time, I'd say. It's a little bit of good stuff. Who else? Javi Simmons bench. Javi Simmons will rotate, mate, with other players. That's the way we should look at it. If you know, you know. I've always said that for a long time. Kanji can play right back. Yes, he can. Excel, how you been, mate? Thornton Lookman, good player. Statistically good. He's played big game football and he's done very well. Again, we did depend on cost with him, I think, to be honest. Can you play? I wouldn't say he plays at left back as such when you've got Ake, 8 Nori and Gavardio, but centre back, right back. He's played a bit of CDM, actually, I think. I know people are so hell-bent on seeing Romero, the world-class defender, at a different position, but this guy actually has done that position. So there is that. But look, thank you so much for joining me today. Javi Simmons is here. Let's all be happy. Let's look forward to a good game tomorrow. And let's see. If any more news comes out, I will go live. Make sure you hit the bell notification. And hopefully I next see you either we've won a game of football or there's a lot more chance news to come out. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, and I'll speak to you all then. Peace.